just close your eyes for a minute, okay? Remember the first time you played Quidditch? Plus, that was a long time ago, I know. Okay, remember the first time you picked up a broomstick, okay?
My name's Tom Ower. My role in the club is I was one of the founders and I'm now captain of the Brizzlebears. I was about 16, 17 years old and I was on YouTube and suddenly on the sidebar there was a recommendation for Harry Potter Muggle Quidditch World Cup in New York City. I asked, could we make a Muggle Quidditch team for our school? It's an all-boys school, first off, and obviously it's a mixed-gendered sport, so not really, and we don't really have the time or the money to do that kind of thing. Which is fair enough, and, you know, for a while, I mean, I kept watching the videos and things like that, but we'll let it go a bit.
Ower is our fantastic captain and like the founder. He's a good friend of mine. We lived in the same halls in first year and he kept pestering me about Quidditch and sending me videos and being like, we should start a team. And I was like, yeah, okay. Trying to study for my exams.
Come the summer and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I messaged Izzy straight away and I said, we're doing it. And she's like, what? What are we doing? We're setting up a Quidditch team.
He started setting it up at University of the West of England and I started setting it up at University of Bristol.
He invited everyone we knew, made a big group, spammed the hell out of it. I'm not even kidding, we spammed it every single day, you know, multiple times a day, getting really in people's head that this was going to be the next big thing in Bristol.
It started with us building all the equipment in our back garden. Like we went out, bought saws, all this plumbing equipment. I have to ask people like very specific questions, like, you think this would fit in that? And he's like, not sure why you'd do it, but I guess so, yeah.
It came to Freshers' Fair in September and we played Quidditch for the first time.
We played on a pitch the size of a football pitch. So for reference, a Quidditch pitch is about, I don't know, a third of that, maybe not even that. We had no clue what we were doing, like only a vague understanding of the rules.
People tied up with toilet plungers, mops, whatever they could find.
Before I came to uni, I was a bit boring, so I said as I came to uni I wanted to try as many new things as I could. And then I think as I was leaving Freshers' Fair, someone handed me a flyer and said, do you want to play Quidditch? And that's not a question you can say no to when asked in real life.
When Alistair joined Bristol University, he said he was going to play in the Quidditch team. And I remember watching the Harry Potter films with the children many years ago and just amazed that they've adapted it to a field sport really for everybody to play, and with all sorts of shapes, sizes, male, female. It's just fantastic that it's a great sport for everybody to participate in.
I had no idea what I was getting myself in for. I turned up because I was like, oh, I like Harry Potter. I feel like I should come along to a training session. Probably drop it because, I mean, I love drama and everything. But I came along to one training session and I was hooked.
We had 80 people turn up to our first taster session. It's a lot more than we expected. So I was like, okay, what do we do now?
Quidditch is a full contact game, the point of which is to score the biggest number of points. Typically, a team consists of a minimum of 7 players, of which 6 are always on the pitch, those being the 3 chasers, 1 keeper, and 2 beaters. The roles are indicated by the colour of headbands team members wear. Keepers green, chasers white, beaters black. At all times, all team members hold a broom between their legs, which is an approximately 1.2 metre long stick. To score points, chasers or keepers must get the quaffle, a slightly deflated volleyball, into one of 3 of the opposing hoops, which scores the team 10 points. To impede the quaffle from advancing down the pitch, chasers and keepers are able to tackle opposing chasers and keepers as long as they tackle from the front, above the knees and below the shoulders. At the same time, beaters are using their bludgers to take out opposing players. Once a player is hit by an opposing bludger, that player must dismount their broom, drop any ball being held, and return to and touch their hoops before being allowed back into play. In the 17th minute of the game, a snitch runner is released. Snitch runner is a person dressed in yellow with a tennis ball put in a sock, commonly known as the snitch, attached to the back of their shorts. The role of the snitch is to defend itself from being caught by the seekers, who are not present on the pitch until the 18th minute of the game. Seeker is the 7th member of each team in a yellow headband. The game ends when the snitch is caught by one of the seekers, awarding that team 30 points.
5 identifies as agender. as
Yep, I
does
think I knew that.
666.
Yep, I think I knew that too.
A team may have a maximum of 4 players who identify as the same gender, making Quidditch one of the few sports that not only offers a co-ed environment, but an open community to those who do not identify with the gender binary.
It was Brizzlepuffs versus Warwick. Very first match. We'd only been playing Quidditch for, a month, maybe.
And we turn up to Oxford to play them.
And we turn up in our nice new shiny kits, expecting it all to be really jolly. And we get to Oxford, and the other team, Warwick, they bring, I think, 6 players along. Not in kit, with duct tape numbers on their back.
And literally, the first thing Tom said, and the first thing we all kind of agreed him with, was,
oh, Warwick are so DOS, they don't even have kit. Within a couple of minutes, we were 30-0 down and being like, oh, okay then, right.
And then we kind of built ourselves around being DOS. We didn't want to take it too seriously, and that's where it sort of, I suppose, came from. We came along as, at that point, a new team, and not many new teams had such a full squad. But the kind of atmosphere that we brought, the kind of personality as a team that we'd set, everybody instantly grew to it. We were so bad at that tournament. I'll be completely honest, we were really bad. But that didn't even affect us. We were still just as happy throughout the whole weekend, just to get one goal or one hoop. We were all still really trying for that, and we did really well.
I quite enjoy playing for a sport that, yeah, it's great to win, but also losing isn't the end of the world. It's really trying to emphasise that to the team and be like, actually guys, let's have fun. Is this Quidditch? This is a made up sport. Let's actually have some fun with it and enjoy ourselves and get to know some people and just have a bit of a laugh every weekend.
DOS obviously means half-assing stuff, doing it well, and that's kind of who we are. We're we'll figure it out when we get there, but then that's part of the fun of it. You come, even if we lost all our games, it's it's kind of part of the fun. You deeply care about these games, you're really upset when you lose. But at the end of the day, you can all get together, have a drink later, and share the story later on.
Yeah, as a team we're getting better, but you always want to sort of keep that little bit of dossness about you. You don't necessarily want to be the best, you want to at least be the team that has fun.
DOS is making sure that no matter how serious you're taking it, at the end of the day you're going home smiling.
End of the first year, we made a second team because we were oversubscribed.
It grew really organically. It was just it grew from people loving it and bringing their friends, and then they're bringing their friends.
The Brizzlepuffs have made me feel so welcome, made me realise that I don't need to be a certain way to be accepted. When I was 15, I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa, which obviously had a massive impact on my life. And eventually I went into hospital for 6 months for it. I ended up inpatient in hospital, and that was a really difficult time in my life, and it took a lot away from me. And for me, joining the Quidditch team is a massive symbol of how far I've come in my recovery.
And then probably at some point it switched over from being yeah, I'm just helping Tom out with this thing, to be yeah, I want to do this myself.
We have Brizzlepuffs Quidditch Club, which is comprised of 2 teams. So you have the Brizzlebears and you have the Brizzlebears.
I love them. I don't have any real connection to them, but, I think they're a really fun team or a really fun club. I really like seeing them play because I think they bring out the best side of Quidditch.
The Brizzlebears are currently looking to push the top teams in the UK, so they're a really strong team. Their chaser line especially is very technical, very fast. They have very good passing, and they're also very good at taking opportunities on the ball.
And so we go to Southern with 2 teams out of nowhere. Suddenly we're in the upper bracket, and then we've beat Falmouth and we're in the semi-finals, and then we're holding our own against Chimera, and we don't understand how any of this has happened. And then the next thing we know, we've qualified for European Championships, which wasn't something we were even really discussing at the time.
But with the European Quidditch Cup, it's always been the case that you have to be very good in your region. There's only 8 teams from the UK who were allowed to go. So to actually qualify for the European Quidditch Cup in Italy in April was a pleasant shock, I'd say.
It's my first trip abroad, haven't been out the country before, and after 6 months of being with Quidditch and the Brizzlepuffs, decided to go to Italy, had to get a passport and everything. So yeah, first time being on a commercial flight. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've noticed that different countries smell differently. That was like the first thing I noticed.
It's kind of emotional, like how so of all the sports that have ever existed and all the people that have ever played sport, like the tiny fraction of them that have been able to play that sport on an international level.
I am so excited. We only just scraped through to get here, and now we are here. Like we got over that first hurdle, and now we're playing at the highest level. This is incredible. There are so many teams just walking by now. Everyone's getting ready on the pitches. This is amazing.
It feels weird to play in the sun. It doesn't feel natural. It feels like we should be playing in tipping down rain, the worst wind of all time, and just the balls flying everywhere. Like, this is too nice.
When we found out our group, we were excited about it, but everyone thought no, we wouldn't be able to do it, that we'd be in the lower bracket for sure. We thought it would be funny and to put on a little bit of light-hearted entertainment to hold a funeral service for the Brizzlepuffs' hopes and dreams of reaching the upper bracket, which is the later stages of the tournament. Over 100 people came along.
It's not every day you see your hopes and dreams boxed up in such a small shoebox. You would think they could still more.
To end the service, we'd invite you to join a procession down to the beach. Be proud that you're here. This is really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The fact that you can say that you have played at the highest possible level that you can with a club this DOS, I want to see the passion, I want to see the dedication, I want to see the hits, I want to see the pass, I want to see the goals, I want to see the teamwork that you guys did against Falmouth, because I know you are all capable of it. Create victories, memories that will last a lifetime. Yeah, no one can ever take that away from you being here. So guys, one last time we're going to do it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129,
Love it, enjoy it. You're gonna get to do this once. Twice. Maybe tomorrow as well. Yeah? Okay? Remember my promise, okay? If we beat Dodos or Frog, I'm getting a tattoo. of Doss on my ass and the club crest on my heart.
I'm just incredibly excited. I don't care what happens today. Yeah, I'm just going to have as much fun as possible. And if not, I'm spending a glorious day in the sun in Italy.
Our good friends at Blue Hawk, they make trading cards of Quidditch players, in-jokes, teams, logos, and it's a really good way to network with people around Europe. What are you saying?
Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, you go from one guy with like Oa who has an idea to the largest club in the UK in the space of a year and a half, and all it takes is one guy with a crazy idea.
It's quite special to see how far it's gone from being something that's just an idea in your head or something you joke about with your friends to actually translating it, doing it yourself. We are a family at the end of the day, and you know, just letting people be part of that family, that's what I want, really.
We kind of just happened, but happened really well.
A year ago, basically, I'd been diagnosed with depression, and I was just in a really, really bad place. And lots of things that I was doing kind of just came to an end because I couldn't quite keep it up, couldn't keep the motivation to do things. Obviously, I'm not being like, Quidditch is the cure for depression. But I think certainly for me, it helped a lot of the things that I think maybe I would have been reluctant to go for, being shoved into a position of authority, in a position where I kind of have to do stuff, was really helpful in that actually it meant that I couldn't just sit on my backside and kind of sit in whatever mood I was feeling. Actually, you know, you have to get out, you have to go and support people, and because it's new people, like there is a level of you want to impress them, so actually like a level of I do want to do good for these people. Like they don't know where I've come from, they don't know my story, I don't want them to just think that like I'm a bit shit.
I know it's a really bad day if I don't make it to Quidditch, and if I'm going through a really bad period, I will like force myself to go because I know I'm going to be surrounded by a group of people who I can just be myself with and understand, and I don't necessarily have to tell them what's up, but they'll just be like, okay, Izzy, like we'll take care of you.
Being part of the team as well has just made me realise that everyone is valuable, no matter what like shape or size or anything, and it's really made me appreciate that I could be liked and worthy no matter what size I am.
At the moment I'm organising awards evening, and I'm really excited about that. It's like, for me, it's like the highlight of the year in the social side. It's black tie, 3-course dinner, and we just kind of go over what's been great about the past year and season within the club. There's the players, so the players vote on who they think deserves an award. The captains choose a player they think deserves recognition, and there's also all sorts of like funny awards as well.
This might be the longest speech I've ever talked to you guys. So first of all, I have to say I love you. Oh. Yeah, so 3 years ago, I've never been to UK, and since the first step I stepped in UK, the clock is clicking. I know that one day I have to say goodbye. Sorry. Yeah. So I remember the first social of Brizzlepuffs. I sat beside real boss and he talked to me. I played for SQC before and Quidditch is amazing. And he talked to me. You make the right choice for joining the Quidditch Society and play Quidditch. I haven't quite understand what he's talking about at this point. But however, after being through these 2 years of my Quidditch life, BQC, EQC, or any other tournaments, is amazing. And I understand finally. I will never regret my decision joining this club and being with all you guys here. 2 years ago, I joined this club and know that at the moment, I finally have to go back to Hong Kong at some point. So yeah, but despite that, I have to go back to Hong Kong, like the opposite side of the planet. It's so far, but you guys are so close to me because you guys, I will always be in here. Thank you.
Hey guys,
Go marching in.